Verse 5, yeah.
And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant liveth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented.
My servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. Okay, a centurion. Is that not an officer in the Romans army?
That's right.
Right. All right, so it's a man with authority working under the Roman government. Okay, he come to Christ. All right, because he had heard of him, and Christ came to his city. So he said, I got to go to him. About his servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. Okay, now go ahead.
And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou should come under my roof. But speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed.
Right. He said, Lord, wait, Lord. Hang on now. All right, read verse 9.
For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And
All right. He said, I'm a man who, when I need to get something done, I have soldiers and men under me I send out to do it. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And I say to this man, go, and he goeth. And to another, come, and he cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it.
Right. Meaning, this is the order and structure of things. Okay? I am not nowhere near as worthy as you. I'm not worthy for you to come into my house. But even I have men I send on missions. I have men who are under me who beckon to my command. All right? Now, verse 10.
When Jesus heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel.
Right. No, not in Israel. Nobody has had the faith that this centurion that I've come across as of yet has in me. To know me and my power, and that I obviously don't have to go to his house to heal him. He said, I'm nothing but a Roman officer. And even I have servants I send on missions. You are the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. I know you got people you send on missions, including angels. You don't have to leave or do nothing but say the word for his servant. This ain't for him. This is for somebody who works for him. All right, this is how much love he had for him. All right, and it doesn't specify whether it's a stranger or not, but 9 times out of 10, the ones working for you are going to be strangers. All right, that's why he wants us to be better than Edom. All right, and don't be like unto Edom and hate them for who they are. All right, love them as you love yourself. That's what makes you above all people of the earth. Getting ready to be put in a position of authority. All right.
But the crazy thing is, even this Roman Edomite, he still loved his servant enough to get him healed.
That's what I'm saying. All right. And Christ said, I ain't found nobody as faithful as this Edomite in all of Israel. Think about that, Israel. Why you want to hate from your position of authority that you have established for yourself. Think about that. While Christ was walking the earth, he come across an Edomite more faithful than any of us. All right. And you can read 11 and 12 too.
And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven.
Right. So he's saying many other people that's not Israel is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Period. All right.
But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness.
There's a lot of Israel that ain't going to be in that kingdom. A lot of Israel ain't going to make it.
What does it say, 2/3?
2/3.
Shall be cast out into outer darkness.
Right.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Right. All right. And Christ had to put that right there. Had to say that. All right. So that goes back to any man that thinketh he knoweth something. Knoweth nothing. All right. He's saying, Christ just said there's going to be all people from all over, the east and the west, that's going to flow to the elect. All right. In the kingdom of heaven. But there's going to be a ton of Jacob, of Israel, of my chosen, that's not going to be found in the kingdom. And that's a heavy thing right there.
That's right. Because he's just talking about what Micah 4 say, what Isaiah 2 say. All the prophets said the same thing.
Exactly. Just like he said in chapter 7, verse 12. For this is the law and the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is what makes you better than all others. All right, like it says in Proverbs, a righteous man is better than his neighbor. Is that what it says?
More excellent.
More excellent.
But I do want to, while we're on the same topic, I want to touch in Matthew 12 when he talked about this generation. And there's
Yes,
other
sir.
chapters when he talks about this as well. But in Matthew 12 and 38, he said, Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee.
Right.
But he answered and said to them, An evil and adulterous generation seek after a sign, and there shall be no sign given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And
Right.
that's heavy, but the surface level, verse 40 says, For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
Right.
Verse 41, this is the point that I wanted to get to. The men of Nineveh shall rise in judgment with this generation, and shall condemn it, because they repented at the preaching of Jonah, and behold, a greater than Jonah is here.
Right.
So Jonah went to the Ninevites,
Yeah.
and yes, there were Israelites there, but it went all the way up to the king of Nineveh. You know that wasn't no Israelite.
Right.
That was a Syrian,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that was the capital of ancient Assyria. So all of them repented when they heard that the city was going to be destroyed.
Right.
All the heathen and Israelites in that city alike.
Right. They said, we cannot keep going this way. We're about to all die. We got to course correct.
So those people, those heathen, are going to be in better case when
Right.
it comes to the kingdom, when it comes to Judgment Day,
Yeah.
than a lot of
A
Israelites.
lot of Israel. A lot of Israel.
Verse 42, the queen of the south, meaning the queen of Sheba,
Right.
shall rise up in the judgment with this generation, and shall condemn it. For she came from the uttermost parts of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon. And behold, a greater than Solomon is here.
Right.
So that's exactly what we was just talking about in chapter 8, when he said, hey, there's many people going to come
Right.
to see the King of Kings in New Jerusalem.
Right.
But there's a lot of Israelites ain't going to make it.
Exactly. A lot of Israel.